Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting iteration of DMV Sports Media live on YouTube in our coverage of the UPSL DMV South Premier. Today's match will feature your Arlington SA at home here at Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in Alexandria, Virginia against North Stars. This is a crucial midseason match. Arlington will look to continue their perfect season with another win today. And we are so glad to have you with us here on YouTube. But first, we want to thank the partner sponsors for Arlington SA who have made today's match possible. New Paradigm Recovery. New Paradigm Recovery offers an unparalleled addiction treatment program in Northern Virginia. We provide a range of services designed to help individuals through the DC metro region find recovery, community, and improved quality of life. New Paradigm Recovery team members are among the most skilled and experienced behavioral health care professionals in the region. Check out New Paradigm Recovery if you or a loved one is suffering through the trials of addiction. YTS Wealth Management. YTS Wealth Management is a full-service wealth management firm serving clients in over 30 states. We have a personalized approach that is geared towards finding out what is important to you and building a financial plan and investment strategy around that. With our team of specialists, we deliver the highest quality of services from start to finish to make sure that the burden of your finances come off your shoulders and onto ours. There are many different aspects of your financial life, which is why we have built a firm that provides the total solution to wealth management. TM17 Scouting Pro. TM Scouting Pro offers individual consulting services regarding every aspect of soccer scouting. Days, we're excellent program in different German or European academies. The programs are handpicked for offering the highest possible level of exercise, only to make you better every day to succeed in your career. And finally, El Pollo Rico, an Arlington location. El Pollo Rico, situated in Arlington, Virginia, and operated by the Solano family, offers the finest quality Peruvian chicken in the area. Customers can savor exquisite chicken paired with a selection of flavorful sides and sauces. The establishment is committed to providing high quality and convenience for its patrons. For those unable to visit Arlington, additional locations are available in Fairfax, Virginia, Woodbridge, Virginia, and Wheaton, Maryland. Well, we have a few minutes before we get to the pre-match rituals, the walkout, the anthem, and match kickoff, but we are going to take a moment to hear from our match sponsors, their videos, and then we'll get into the pregame and talk about this match. But first, let us know where you're watching from. Are you a Arlington fan or a North Stars fan or just passing through? Regardless, we welcome you, and we encourage you to drop a like on this video if you enjoy this broadcast, help others find it in YouTube's algorithm, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more. We will be offering all of Arlington's home matches live broadcast on YouTube, as well as a whole host of other clubs, leagues, and organizations, including many UPSL teams in the region. So hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it. We're going to hear from our partner sponsors for Arlington SA, and we'll be right back before match kickoff to bring you the rest of this match transmission. Thanks for joining us.
Early on in their recovery process, sometimes I get this impression they're like, yeah, man, you know, we get it. You got clean a long time ago. You're from the past. You know, that was then. Things have changed. And I try to tell them, I say, look, I'm not from the past. I'm from the future, okay? I've been where you are, and I've been where you want to go. And I've come back here in my time machine to try to give you a little bit of what I learned along the way.
I started to look around as a man in middle age, looking at other people entering recovery, where the support that existed for them on an outpatient basis really did not exist. There were no outpatient programs that offered support for family systems. There were no programs that offered support that met people who were dealing not just with family issues, but with career issues, with middle life issues, with issues associated with dealing with children, sometimes teenagers, sometimes adults. There was a lot of emotional baggage. We really wanted to be able to establish something that was special and unique, and not just address those issues, but addressed all of those issues.
New Paradigm's owner operated, so when you come to New Paradigm, you're going to have interaction with the individuals that are fully invested in the organization. And not only that, because the owners of this organization happen to be in recovery themselves, the treatment involves what you would expect, which is, addressing the symptoms of substance use disorder. But in addition to that, and really what's more important in the bigger picture, is there's a focus on recovery, on what works at having improvements in your life in the areas that matter to most of us. Not just the compulsion to use or the problems created by substance use, but how do we thrive in recovery? And as a whole in healthcare, we focus a lot on pathology, but not enough on recovery.
We sit down with each person that comes through our doors the first time and we meet them. And by meeting them, we're walking through everything that's going on, everything that they're looking for, so that our program can meet their needs. We're not trying to push onto anybody that comes into our program a cookie cutter way of treatment.
We really put our whole lives into this. And we don't do it for the paycheck. We do it because our lives are recovery. I didn't have a choice. This is what I had to do this for my life. I first had to get clean and in order to be a father, to be a son. And then when I got into recovery and I just had such a passion for it, and I found what it's like to help another person, and then I found out you can do this for a living, and you can spend your days doing this and helping people, and you can bring on other people to your team that care as much as I do. Yeah, it's awesome. There's nothing else I'd rather do with my life.
When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life could throw at you financially.
As an advisor at YTS, I'm proud to be part of a team with the resources and expertise to address a wide range of our clients' needs. From specialized investments in retirement planning to navigating health insurance, Medicare, and personalized tax strategies, YTS has helped me serve my clients in a way that no other firm could compete with.
Decades from now, when I'm measuring the success that we've achieved at YTS, I will point towards working to secure the lasting financial legacy of thousands of families across the country. When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life could throw at you financially.
As an advisor at YTS, I'm proud to be part of a team with the resources and expertise to address a wide range of our clients' needs. From specialized investments in retirement planning to navigating health insurance, Medicare, and personalized tax strategies, YTS has helped me serve my clients in a way that no other firm could compete with.
Decades from now, when I'm measuring the success that we've achieved at YTS, I will point towards working to secure the lasting financial legacy of thousands of families across the country.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment is almost upon us. We are moments away from International Walkout and Anthem here. A lovely day at Thomas Jefferson School for Science and Technology in Alexandria, Virginia. If you're in the area, I highly recommend coming out and catching this match in person. It's, again, a beautiful day. Certainly one to enjoy. This Arlington SA side is playing at a high level right now and looking for another victory to carry them atop the table. But of course, we are so glad to have you with us here live on DMV Sports Media as well. So if you're not able to make it out to the match, then stick where you are. We're going to be bringing everything to you wherever you are here live on YouTube. And we're really appreciative that you're here in the chat. If you enjoy this match, drop a like on the video, help others find us in the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more. We're going to take one final break before we get into the walkout, the anthem, and then it is match time for you. Thanks for joining. Well, the time is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. It is ready for the walkout, the anthem, and everything that follows. Match kickoff moments away here at Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in this crucial UPSL DMV South matchup. Arlington, as we mentioned, they have been perfect thus far on the season, notching victories against Alexandria United, Villarreal, Blazers along the way. And we'll look to continue that form against a North Star side that are middle of the table. They have gotten a victory against Villarreal, and they shared points with Blazers, also falling to VA Revolution Pro. Along the way, we're going to have the international walkout and the anthem for you. Again, let us know where you are watching from, and of course, who you're here to support. Get those predictions in the chat. We know you're there. Make sure that you are voicing your support in a respectful manner. No hate speech of any type will be tolerated. If we see it, you'll be blocked and reported. But of course, friendly banter is welcome. So get your support out there. Just be respectful of others, either on the field, out there in the world, or our lovely officiating crew. Speaking of the officiating crew, it is going to be Jack on the whistle today, a competent crew out there at his back, and will allow us to focus on the game. And just that, no distractions, no excuses. It's a beautiful moment. This Arlington side will line up with some components of the Arlington youth program at their back and at their side. No further motivation is needed than that. You got the next generation behind you and your support, looking up to you and seeing your every action on the pitch today. Arlington, of course, will carry that motivation along with them into the game. Here comes the walkout and the anthem. Get your predictions in. Put some support in the chat. We'll look forward to seeing you. And here we go with the walkout and the anthem. We will now rise and honor the flag with playing of our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The walkout is complete. The anthem is played, and we are ready for action here in this crucial UPSL DMV South Premier A Conference matchup. The home side, Arlington, as we mentioned, looking to stay perfect in their young season. Arlington in their fall campaign were runners-up in the regular season title and had a strong showing through the playoffs, advancing through to the semifinals before exiting. No doubt, this is a side that has National Cup aspirations, and anything less than full playoffs and championship is going to be a letdown for this talented group of players with experience in the professional level. It's a side that's not only got the talent on the field, but they have a strong coaching staff. Coach Philip Venk and General Manager Leland Kredick have done a great job in assembling and managing this squad. Shout out to all of the members of the Arlington coaching staff. Of course, that's Coach Javier Oliva, Philip Venk, Javer Jiki, Kendall Ritchie, Bill Bach, Christian Mejia, the goalkeeper coach, and of course we mentioned GM Leland Kredick. But enough about the staff. Let's talk about these players out there on the pitch. It's going to be a familiar group. In goal today will be the Turk, Mert Maric, a fan favorite always. Will get to wear the gloves today and keep his side on the clean sheet. In front of Mert will be Jaga, Nick Barona, and Wulu, Martin Go, Chris Barnard, Daniel Jackson, Peter Maddox, Daniel Haptum, Malik Tom, and Ibrahim Conte. On the bench, Connor Jones will be the backup goalkeeper. Omar Fall will also sit on the bench. Wasim Sassi, Giuseppe Melli, Eric Jennings, Idrissa Cisse, Phillips, Christian Kershaw, Julian Chipperino, Machado, and Duncan Dunkwu will round up this potent starting lineup for the home side. For the away team, there will be some talent. The young goalkeeper, Adil Akas, will get the start today. And no doubt he will be tested against this potent Arlington side. In front of him, he'll have Jik Tosta, Thiami Damina, Kevin Bermudez, and James. In the back line, in the midfield will be Josh, Santos Pacheco, Ajmal Basudi, and then up top will be Yusuf Piquer, Alex Amaya, and Chris Campos. Campos playing a more offensive role than we were used to seeing. Here comes the starting kickoff. North Stars will play right to left wearing their pink jerseys. Of course, Arlington will play left to right wearing all blue. And we are underway in this one. North Stars will start off on the ball. It's sent out to Tosta. Now back to Thiami Damina. And immediately the pressure comes. Here's Bermudez finding Tosta, who was able to get one down the line. Not connecting with Amaya that time, but did well enough to send the pressure away. It's going to be a throw for Arlington. Let's see what they do with their first possession. Quickly sent in. Here is Conte on the far touchline. They'll send it back. Now Barnard, the former North Stars player, former Alexandria Reds player, will feature prominently in this Arlington side. There's a great challenge there from Bermudez. Ball still in the mix. Barnard goes down, and now North Stars will send it forward. Here's Conte, sending it back to Jaga. Now Conte again. Conte over the top. This one demands action. And well sent away. Pressure is relentless right now. Arlington Sending all their players up into the North Stars area. Demina able to get the clearance, but only partially cleared. As Arlington will have another throw. It's Maddox sending it into the box. Barnard couldn't quite get ahead on it. Pinballs around, and finally Bermudez getting the clearance. The wind is really whipping down there, making it tough sledding for North Stars to get the ball up and out of their own area. Bermudez will send it forward. Now Pacheco. And here come the North Stars. It's Ajmal Basudi riding the challenge. Felt he was due a foul, but it looks like it's going to be going the other way. Basudi fouling Ibrahim Kante behind the ball, and now we'll have a set piece right at midfield. Take another look at the replay. Yeah, certainly a late challenge. It looks like Pacheco was the guilty party that time. And Ibrahim Kante will have an opportunity to send this ball forward. It's lofted over the top into the corner. North Stars first to it. We'll send it up the line, but Arlington not letting North Stars get very far. And this one's kept on the ground. Here comes Jaga. Sending one in again to that corner. Seems to be the area Arlington are trying to attack. And this one is sent out for a throw all the way in the corner. Arlington again on the ball. And it looks like they'll send this one in again. Looks like it's Habtum standing on the ball. And we'll send one into the 18 in the direction of Malik Tom. Tom was second to it, but Demina's clearance goes over the end line, so we will have a set piece. It's a corner kick for Arlington. With the wind whipping, this could be an opportunity for their first. It's Chris Barnard on the ball. Here comes the service. Ooh, it's sent low. Something from the training ground. Barnard sends it up into the wind. This one sails well past everyone's lines, and finally North Stars will have a throw of their own to try to get forward. And James will take. Sends it down the line. Can't get it past Conte. And now North Stars inching their way forward and looking to find their first real possession of the match. Sent down the line. Amaya will turn, but well dealt with by Barona. Barona sending one forward a little too vertical, and that one drifts all the way back to the young goalkeeper, Adil Akas. Will try to play from the back. This is Bermudez. Sending one forward. It trickles right to the feet of Amaya. Now over the top. It demands action. And Jaga able to keep his balance there and did well to deal with this bit of threat. Second ball falls innocuously back to Jackson, and now Arlington will play from the back. There's Barnard bouncing it right back to Jaga. And it's rinse, repeat. Another series of possession from Arlington. They will send this one down the line. Tom threading the needle, finding his man up top, but the flag had gone. It looks like Habtum deemed to be a bit behind this North Stars line, so we will have a set piece coming out for the North Stars. 6 minutes gone already. You can tell it looks like Arlington are going to have the lion's share of possession and pressure, but thus far North Stars have been able to bend, not break. But can they keep that going for 90, and can they manufacture chances of their own? Looks like Adkesh will be the one to send this one forward. And here we go. Lofted in the direction of James. Now down the line, Yusuf Piquer. And a good battle, and Arlington has won that battle. Here we go. It's sent down the line. Oh, Maddox tripping over the ball. That was one that Arlington almost found themselves in on goal with support at the side. Just unfortunate from Maddox. Trip over the ball as he was going, but make no mistake, there will be more chances in this game. This one's sent to Josh Fordyce. Fordyce can't quite hang on. Now Barnard forward. Here we go. It's Martin Go finding a window for goal, shoots, and well blocked. A heroic challenge there from Jake Tosta to see this one over the end line. Another corner to come. Take a look at that replay while we cue up this corner kick. Here we go. This one's sent to the back post. Free header. And how has that not gone towards goal? A great build-up. And the final ball sent well wide of goal. That was Jaga. Couldn't quite redirect his header into the frame. And now North Stars will have a goal kick. The wind is really whipping now. And it's against North Stars, so I don't know if Adil Akash will try to put this one up into the wind, but going to have a real tough time getting this one past or even near midfield. You see the ball not even staying on the spot. There's that much wind. And here we go. Goal kick to come for the North Stars, and I think this is working out for North Stars. They may be trying to shorten the game a little bit. They've already sustained a lot of pressure and might as well work with the wind and take some more time off the clock. This is rolling down the line. Oh, it's an errant square ball. Here comes Campos. Campos finding Fordyce, but Fordyce couldn't hang on. Now Barnard quickly bringing his team forward. It's over the top. It will trickle all the way back to Akil Atkash. I think he had more time, the young goalkeeper, than he thought, but made the clearance in any case. This is Fordyce, back to Pacheco. Now Fordyce moving the ball well right now, North Stars. Ajmal Basudi over to Pacheco, but Malik Tom is there. Another strong challenge, and here we go. It's Amaya. The final pass was an errant one, just when it looked like North Stars finally had their moment. Piquer plays an errant ball, and now Arlington are forward. There's Campos, Pacheco. And that one takes a bounce. It looks like it's kept alive by Malik Tom. But Tosta applying the challenge. And it looks like there's a player down. We will come and check on the down player. It's Daniel Haptum. Fortunate to see. He knows he's done, and it will require an early substitution for Arlington. So it looks like that's what we'll see. Take a quick moment for the Arlington replacement to make his way in. It looks like we see movement from Giuseppe Melli on the bench. We'll keep you updated if that's the sub that you're going to see here. It's been a quality match thus far. Both sides have found chances. Arlington, of course, have had the better opportunities, the lion's share of possession, but haven't put anything that really tests Adil Akash. And now looks like Haptum will make his way off. Giuseppe Melli is in, and this game will continue here in the 10th minute. It's going to be a drop ball for Arlington. Jackson will send it back. There's Barona over to Jaga. No real rush for Arlington. They can knock this one around and try to move the North Stars pieces around, open up some space behind. This is cut out by the North Stars, but right back down the line. Melli was there, but so too was Jake Tosta. Now down the line again. Campos back inside for Ajmal Basudi, and Pacheco finds the outlet. Good little turn there from Yusuf Piquer. Fordyce also there in support. It looks like we are going to have a throw for the benefit of Arlington here on the near side. North Stars, of course, pleading their case, but not going to sway any decisions. It's left for an Arlington throw. Jaga down the line. Now sent right down Jump Street. Barnard getting a foot to it. Here we go. It's Nwulu waiting for support, and Nwulu sends it back for Jackson, and keep this one moving along. Sent right down the middle. Great ball. One go. Couldn't quite pull the trigger that time. And it will be sent out for another Arlington throw. Here comes Maddox trying to slalom through defenders. Instead, North Stars have won it back. Here's Pacheco lifting one into the midfield. This will sit up in the wind. Well taken down by Campos. Excellent control there. And now sent down the line. It's Fordyce along with Amaya. The final pass, a bit anticlimactic, but Campos still send it there. Here's Yusuf Piquer, unable to get past the final Arlington defender. And Jaga will do enough. It looks like there was an offside somewhere in that sequence, so we're going to come back and play the set piece. And here we go. Mert will send it quickly to Daniel Jackson. Now Barnard picking up the mantle and getting past Amaya. Barnard's ball a bit too vertical, and it looks like there was a transgression behind the ball. A late tackle on Barnard. We're going to take a look at the replay. I think it was before he even released it, actually. There was some contact, and based on the spot of the ball, I'm actually second guessing that. I don't know where the foul was, but in any case, it will be an Arlington set piece. That's Ibrahim Conte standing over it and sending one on the ground over to Jackson. Now Barnard quickly dispossessed. North Stars committing a lot of players. Every time it seems Barnard gets on the ball, they know what he is capable of. Here comes Pacheco. Running into trouble. Barnard has won this one back. Barnard still working. Sending one forward. Now Diami Damina is there, and there was, for sure, a physical challenge on Barnard. Barnard goes down. And again, North Stars arguing their case, but this decision is made, and it's another short ball from Arlington over to Jackson. Conte back on the ball. Now back across. This is Jackson. For Giuseppe Melli. Melli's ball is a good one. Demands action from Adil Akash, and Akash will collect and hang on. Now an opportunity for North Stars to play from the back. It's quickly sent to Bermudez. There's James, certainly a foul here on the near touchline, and North Stars will have a set piece. And Bermudez will be the one to take the responsibilities with this set piece. It looks like North Stars not so interested in playing short. They'll lump one down the line, and this one always heading out of bounds. Fordyce was the intended target, but never really had a chance to get a play on this one. Looks like Maddox on the ball right now. Now sent to Martin Go. Physical battle that is eventually won by Yusuf Piquer. Now back inside. Clever technical skill just on display from Arlington. Barona will send it across to Jackson. Now down the line. This is Giuseppe Melli. Melli again on the ball, beating the last defender there in the corner, but also running out of real estate. Will be a throw on the far touchline. Here comes the throw. It's again repossessed by Arlington. Jaga getting around, Maddox getting around the line. Now North Stars. Barnard goes down. It's ping-ponging around. Barnard picking it up, slaloming players, and Barnard frustrated. And he's called on that one, and it will be a set piece for the benefit of North Stars. Let's take another look at this one. Yeah, this does seem like it was shoulder to shoulder. Definitely appeared clean in real time, and on revisit, not sure. Looked like the North Stars player was already going down, but onwards we play. James Rowland looking forward. We'll find Amaya. Amaya using that big body to shield off the first man, but held on a bit too long. Now Arlington can play from the back. It's down the line, but a little too much zest on that pass. Diami Damina first to it. Now Adil Adkash looking for James Rowland, not connecting. And Peter Maddox will pick it up and sent through the legs of Bermudez. And now Jackson. Arlington continuing to move this one around. Now sent to the corner. Adcash is there. And a nervy moment, but James Rowland did enough. And now it's an opportunity for Adcash to play this one up. Sits up in the wind a little bit, but does get enough distance, enough breathing room for North Stars. Now Jackson finding Melli. Wulu back to Barona. And now North Stars will retreat, and Arlington will take their time moving this one around. Arlington have clearly won the midfield for the moment. Good ball up to Maddox. And sent forward. Barnard certainly offside, but let it go, and so we will continue play. This is well possessed by Barnard, who stayed vigilant, stayed in the play, even after not receiving that ball where he was offsides. And now it will be a throw for North Stars. Looks like Jake Tosta on the ball. Excuse me, James Rowland. Well flicked on by Fordyce. Now Amaya getting a touch, but is sent all the way back. And across. Now it's Jackson. Back to Barona. Barona sees something he likes. We'll send it over the top in the direction of Maddox, but James is there. This one's right on the line. It's kept alive well. Barnard got to the ball, but quickly dispossessed. Here's Pacheco running into Maddox. Pinballs around, and finally sent out. The throw is going to go for North Stars. James, the player to send this one in. And here we go. 22nd minute, still a scoreless affair. Welcome to those just joining us here in this UPSL DMV South Premier matchup. This one's sent down the line by North Stars. Pacheco can't hang on. Here comes Maddox, floating one up over the top. It's a physical battle between Bermudez and Martin Go. Former Aegean Hawks teammates there doing battle up top. That's a matchup to watch throughout this match. Here comes Daniel Jackson, another player who's had time with the Aegean Hawks. Finally sent back. Jackson will connect with Melly. Physical challenge there, and Tosta does enough to send it back. Now sent into the 18. It's Martin Go taking the shot on and only able to redirect it into the side netting. These chances are mounting for Arlington, but haven't been able to really test the young goalkeeper, Adil Adkash, just yet. Here's another look at that replay. Here comes the goal kick. This one gets a good distance, but Barona perfectly placed to deal with it and sends it up in the direction of Barnard. Here's Melly, back to Barnard. And Ibrahim Kante. Clever little back heel there from Ejmal Basudi, but no recipients on the end. Jaga will turn this one around. Now down the line, Giuseppe Melli has an overlapping run from Malik Tom. Tom sends it across, deflected up and out. Another corner kick to come. Welcome to the chat, Nile. And also Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor says prediction Arlington 4-1. Here comes the delivery. Barnard into a good area, demands action. There's the golazo. It's a great goal scored by Jaga off the delivery from Barnard, and we are off the mark here. 1-0 is the scoreline in favor of Arlington. Celebrating on the sideline with his teammates in front of the home crowd. And there we go. We are off the mark. It took us all 25 minutes to get here, but Arlington, they always look favored. There was a ton of set pieces, lots of corner kicks, and it was not a question of if, but when. We'll take a look at this instant replay. Barnard put this one absolutely on a platter for Jaga, who pounded it home from point-blank range. He missed one earlier, but was not to be denied that time. 1-0 is the scoreline. And here we go. 26th minute on, and how will North Stars respond? Playing away in front of a supportive Arlington crowd and already down a goal. James sending one over the top. That's a searching ball, a hopeful ball, but not one that Amaya really had a chance to get to. There's Pacheco sending it outside. Now Barnard sending it into the mix. This will be an Arlington throw. Welcome Luch into the chat. Says keeper's got to claim that, no doubt. When you leave that one up for grabs, you know that there's going to be a player on the opposition team who's just thirsting for that kind of ball from that range. It's tough because the defender can't really make a challenge facing his own goal. I do agree that's one that the goalkeeper will want to come and get the next time, but credit to the attacking player, Jaga, who muscled his way up into that position and got up, beating the defender and getting over the goalkeeper to score the goal. Also able to control his body and keep this one on frame. North Stars getting forward, Fordyce taking his time, and now Campos getting involved. Campos, clever skill on the ball. What can he find? It's back to Demina. Right back to where it came. Maybe North Stars will want to get out away from that far touchline. This is better. There's Fordyce, got to run alongside him. Now sent up top. Well claimed by Mert Marich. Mert has been far less active of the two goalkeepers this game, but has been alert and comes out to great effect there, neutralizing with play. This one sent into the midfield by Mert. It's well won initially by Diami Demina, and Pacheco makes the challenge. Now sent back. Here's Jackson down the line. Conte looking for Barnard. No, out wide. It's Peter Maddox sending a delicious ball in for Martin Go. Go takes the challenge. And Bermudez doing enough to send this one away from goal, but a consolation prize of a corner kick to come for Arlington. Take a look at the replay. Oh, we cue up this set piece, this corner kick. This is a great ball in from Peter Maddox, and Martin Go, he knew what to do with it when it arrived. Does seem there is a player down off the ball. It looks like Bermudez slow to continue, so we'll bring the trainer out and see if Bermudez can continue. Our Stars do have defensive talent on the bench. They have Carlos Vasquez and, of course, Noah Alfaro waiting in the wings in case Bermudez cannot continue, but for his sake and for the match, we hope that Bermudez is okay. The 30th minute. Arlington leading by a score of 1-0 off of a Jaga goal from a Chris Barnard delivery on the corner. Looks like Bermudez will step off. No telling yet if that means he won't continue or if he's just going to have to wait for the referee's permission to come back on. Of course, the trainer did come on, so we know that he will have to at least step off for a moment. Here comes the opportunity for the delivery. Sent into a dangerous area at the near post. Now Barnard flicking it back. It's Nwulu across the 18 to the backside. Oh, there's a free chance at goal. Adkish picks up the rebound, but that's a moment that's occurred a couple times. North Stars will want to do better picking up their man at the backside. And it does look like there's a player down behind the ball. It's Jaga, so North Stars losing one defender and Arlington hopefully not losing one as well. It does look like Jaga is okay. And we'll continue. Bermudez also making his way back on. We'll continue for North Stars. And onwards we play. Adiel Kash launching one forward into the midfield. It's flicked on immediately, but didn't get much further than that. Ooh, this is a searching ball. Demands action. Tosta is there. Jake Tosta doing enough. Now getting it to Campos. Now it's sent into the 18 and easily claimed for Adil Adkash. Here is Bermudez. Queuing one up, sending one long, but that one was telegraphed about as easy to read as you're going to get. Bermudez very clearly wanting to play long. Ooh, that's an offside decision. That one seemed like the run was timed well. Let's take a look at this one. I'm curious to see. Well, that's touch and go. Did start the run a little earlier than I thought. Might have been correct. I'd have to see it a few times, but certainly close. It's going to be a North Stars free kick here around midfield. Bermudez standing over the ball. This one's sent to the far touchline and out. Campos can't quite keep it alive. And back, here's Barona. Over to Jaga. Jaga looking up top. And Diami Damina doing enough to send this one away. Arlington will have another throw. Here's Martineau. Getting to the end line and sending it across. Takes a redirection. Now Giuseppe Melli on the ground. Still alive. Still ping-ponging around. Conte sends it in. Demands action. And this one is lifted up and over. And Wulu, boy, would he would love to have this one back. But Arlington still creating the chances. And looking ever dangerous. It's going to be a goal kick to come. Here's a look at that replay. Adil Akash, the young 16-year-old goalkeeper, playing at a high level. At this level, has done well, and I think it's okay to say that that first goal was won. I think goalkeepers at this level should be coming to collect, but he's still played really well this season for his side when they've needed him, especially considering his age and the opposition. But it's important to acknowledge shortcomings as well as successes in order to grow and get better. Doesn't mean that a player isn't great. This one sent across, well cut out by Tosta. Arlington will keep it alive. Well sent forward now, and Wulu looking for the right pass. It's sent in. Heroic defending from Bermudez again. Now Jake Tosta, who's had a great game for North Stars, sending it forward, but didn't have the better of that one. That's Giuseppe Melli with a clever bit of skill, rounding Tosta. And North Stars will look to Campos to get out. Looks like it's going to come back for a foul in in North Stars territory. Final 10 minutes of this half. 36-minute underway. North Stars still trailing by a goal, but Arlington, I think they want more. They're going to continue pushing this game and trying for another. They won't rest on their laurels at this point. They feel they've got the players to get more. This one will connect all the way up top with Alex Amaya, but Jackson did well on the second ball. Still up for grabs. Here's Pacheco, rounding first man. Looking for options. Here's Santos Pacheco right into Ibrahim Conte. It's dispossessed. Here comes Amaya back to Jake. Now Pacheco again. This is good ball movement from North Stars, but can't afford to lose it here with so many players committed forward. Fordyce down the line. Now Ajmal Basudi. Oh, it's picked up well by Arlington. This is Malik Tom, certainly fouled at the mid. And it is going to be a caution, a yellow card for Josh Fordyce. All love between those two. Fordyce, he knows he very much mistimed that challenge, but no malice in it. And it will be an opportunity for Arlington to send one forward. It's Daniel Jackson standing over the ball. And we'll just play this on the ground. Here's Conte. Over and across. That one trickles all the way over the near touchline. Here's Bermudez. Looking forward. Barnard can't connect that time. And James will have the throw. Sent up to Yusuf Becair. Ping pongs around, and now Pacheco launching it forward. This is one that demands action. Jaga is there. Excuse me, that's Barona. Barona touching it out for a North Stars throw. Sent in. Here's Yusuf Becair turning. Looking for an opportunity, but not finding anything. And now Pacheco on the ground through bodies. Arlington got the first touch. And here comes Giuseppe Melli, getting there around the same time as Diami Domina, who did enough to send this out of touch, slowing down the Arlington counterattack. So now Arlington will slow play this. Ooh, that's a lazy ball across. Hospital pass. Arlington will have to retreat. Here come the North Stars. It's Fordyce. Dispossessed from behind. And Wulu certainly thought that was a clean tackle. Hard to tell from this angle. Our center official, Jack Lashendock, was right there to make a judgment. But let's take another look. Yeah. Again, we don't have the angle to deal with that, but it does look like the challenge came from directly behind the player, but I don't have the expertise to make any kind of judgment on that one. North Stars will make a sub, though, here at the tail end of this first half. Looks like Petruszewski will be the player coming on. But not just yet. North Stars will continue play. Diami Domina out wide. Looking for Campos. Not finding it. Second ball is won by Ajmal Basudi. Good challenge there from Conte. Now sent up to the top of the 18. Here comes Amaya. Nice strike from Amaya, and North Stars engineering one of their first shots of the match, which travels up and over Mert Merich's goal. This ball always rising, but a good chance nonetheless, and one that certainly Amaya is entitled to have a go at from that range. Here comes Jackson. Launching it back to Barona. Now it's Jaga. Oh, great touch there from Barnard. Still didn't quite get to its intended target. Now Barnard is the guilty party. No card given. If there's some point of contention over here, we'll wait for our officiating crew to figure out and take necessary action for whatever the situation is. Looks like the player in question is Ajmal Basudi. There's a high degree of familiarity between some of the players out there. Of course, we mentioned Chris Barnard playing alongside a lot of these players, and that could be the point of contention between whatever was said and what was done. But onwards we play. It looks like there's going to be another foul. This one again against Barnard. We're at the tail end of this first half period. 43rd minute underway. It's a set piece for Bermudez. Floated towards the top of the 18. Barona gets the first one. And now sent down the pitch. Bermudez down the line and connecting well with James. Martin Go running right into Bermudez. Now Maddox over to Conte. Easily cut out. Popped straight up in the air. Ajmal Basudi flicks it on. Now Conte putting it forward. Well dealt with by Bermudez. And Fordyce sends this one forward. North Stars could be in. Here comes Amaya. Is there a square ball? Amaya cutting it back and perhaps doing a little too much, not releasing this one. Arlington have players back. Now it's sent to Ajmal Basudi, Santos Pacheco sending the shot in from range. And a very anticlimactic end to this sequence of attack. It looks like 44th minute now underway. Here comes Arlington playing from the back. We'll send it over to the feet of Daniel Jackson. And Arlington will have an easy pass through the midfield. It's Melly getting the return pass. Melly sending an early ball in. What a ball. There's a mix between the two players. Bermudez is down. And it looks like foul is going against the Arlington forward. Bermudez still requiring attention to that ongoing injury from earlier. There's another look at this early pass. What a ball from Giuseppe Melli. Sending it in behind. And onward play. Bermudez not able to get this one through, but the ricochet will bounce back safely to Adil Adkash. This one sent low under the wind. Arlington get the first touch to it. Now it's in Wulu down the line. Bit of a heavy touch, and this one will trickle over the far touch line. There's Tosta. Looking for colleagues down the line, not finding any. Second one does fall kindly for Campos. And there is a hard challenge quickly sent in by Arlington. They've got players up. Here's Nwulu squaring it. And now dealt with by North Stars. Ajmal Basudi will look down the line. Campos keeping it going. Still up for grabs. Good battle in there between Amaya and Jackson. Second ball collected by Pacheco. A good battle there from Jackson to get ahead of Amaya. And Arlington will play from the back. This one sent to the midfield. Martin Go back to Maddox. Forward for Barnard. Lovely turn. Barnard Dribbling for choice there. It's sent forward. Another contentious moment in front of the Arlington bench. The offside flag comes up. And let's take another look. That's another good call. The left foot of Martin Go was just behind that back line. And a close call, but a good one. And again, that's why we pay these officials to be down there on the line in the right position. Obviously, if the rest of us could call it from all over the pitch, then we wouldn't need them. This is sent forward. Barnard getting a touch to it. And it will be a throw on the near side. Well, into stoppage time here in this first half period. How much left will we have? It looks like North Star's taking too many liberties with the throw. And now we'll have to take it from a deeper position. Well flicked on from North Stars, but Conte able to repossess. Jaga will sneak one through. Here's Martin Go. No, excuse me, that's Malik Tom. Now deal at Cash, lofting one forward. Holds up in the air, well flicked on by Fordyce. Now Amaya. Well with Pacheco. Ooh, that's one that Pacheco will not want to lose. Had a lot of options forward. Both players go down out there. Arlington have come away with the ball. Here's Malik Tom. Perhaps one final chance in this first half period. What can Malik Tom find? Sends it in. Partially dealt with by Diami Damina. And here comes the delivery. Maddox. And that will take us into the halftime period. It looks like 1-0 is the score at the tail end of this half. We thank you so much for joining us here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. I do want to take one more look at this final contentious moment from the half. Yeah, 7 was onside, but clearly Martin Go is the one playing onto the ball, and it doesn't have to be a touch for all my referees out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't have to be a touch. If a player is running onto the ball and making an effort to play it, then that is a time when the referee can call the offside. So that's what you're seeing there. Martin Go, of course, was the player who was deemed to be offside. If he held his run and did not chase the ball, then yes, absolutely. The second player, which is in Wulu, would have had a right to go for that one, and it would not have been an offside call. But then, of course, the goalkeeper would have had a real opportunity to come and make a play on the ball as well. Well, we're dealing in the hypothetical now, not the realistic. So great call. I think our officiating crew has done a great job calling this super fast, super tough match. It's very physical at times, and Jack Lashendock and his crew have done a great job. So shout out to them. Great work from Arlington, who have engineered their first goal of the match, but will be hungry for more. The goal scorer, again, is Jaga, scoring off of a perfect delivery from Chris Barnard on the corner kick. They've had their opportunities from open play as well, but we'll have the second half to convert some more. If you have not done so already, we'd highly encourage you to drop a like on the video to help others find this Arlington match in the algorithm. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already in order to stay up to date with all of our matches and of course our coverage of Arlington's UPSL and WPSL summer program. We're so glad to have you with us here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. And great to see everyone here in the chat interacting. And I'll look forward to seeing you in just a few minutes. We'll start the second half here live from Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in Alexandria, Virginia. We'll be right back with you in a moment. See you there.
on in their recovery process. Sometimes I get this impression they're like, yeah, man, you know, we get it. You got clean a long time ago. You're from the past. You know, that was then. Things have changed. And I try to tell them, I say, look, I'm not from the past. I'm from the future, okay? I've been where you are, and I've been where you want to go. And I've come back here in my time machine to try to give you a little bit of what I learned along the way.
I started to look around as a man in middle age, looking at other people entering recovery, where the support that existed for them on an outpatient basis really did not exist. There were no outpatient programs that offered support for family systems. There were no programs that offered support that met people who were dealing not just with family issues, but with career issues, with middle life issues, with issues associated with dealing with children, sometimes teenagers, sometimes adults. There was a lot of emotional baggage. We really wanted to be able to establish something that was special and unique, and not just address those issues, but addressed all of those issues.
New Paradigm's owner operated, so when you come to New Paradigm, you're going to have interaction with the individuals that are fully invested in the organization. And not only that, because the owners of this organization happen to be in recovery themselves, the treatment involves what you would expect, which is, you know, addressing the symptoms of substance use disorder. But in addition to that, and really what's more important in the bigger picture, is there's a focus on recovery, on what works at having improvements in your life in the areas that matter to most of us. You know, not just the compulsion to use or the problems created by substance use, but how do we thrive in recovery? And as a whole in healthcare, we focus a lot on pathology, but not enough on recovery.
We sit down with each person that comes through our doors the first time and we meet them. And by meeting them, we're walking through everything that's going on, everything that they're looking for, so that our program can meet their needs. We're not trying to push onto anybody that comes into our program a cookie cutter way of treatment.
We really put our whole lives into this. And we don't do it for the paycheck. We do it because our lives are recovery. I didn't have a choice. This is what I had to do this for my life. I first had to get clean and in order to be a father, to be a son. And then when I got into recovery and I just had such a passion for it, and I found what it's like to help another person, and then I found out you can do this for a living, and you can spend your days doing this and helping people, and you can bring on other people to your team that care as much as I do. Yeah, it's awesome. There's nothing else I'd rather do with my life.
And they're
When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life could throw at you financially.
As an advisor at YTS, I'm proud to be part of a team with the resources and expertise to address a wide range of our clients' needs. From specialized investments in retirement planning to navigating health insurance, Medicare, and personalized tax strategies, YTS has helped me serve my clients in a way that no other firm could compete with.
Decades from now, when I'm measuring the success that we've achieved at YTS, I will point towards working to secure the lasting financial legacy.
Well, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of this UPSL DMV South Premier matchup, moments away from second half kickoff. It is Arlington leading over North Stars by a goal to nil. The goal scored by Jaga off of a corner kick delivered by Chris Barnard. Arlington have had a whole host of chances, but have just converted the one. North Stars, they've had a couple of chances themselves, but have not pulled Arlington's goalkeeper to full stretch of yet. So we are underway. There's a player down off the ball already. Arlington will keep this on the ground for now. Sent down the line by Barona. Now Pacheco taking over and fending off Barnard. Barnard taking the ball, but it does look like there was a foot right through the back of Pacheco, and as such, we're going to see the set piece over there inside Arlington territory. There's another look at that one. There's the challenge, there's the foul, and here comes the set piece. This one's sent into the corner, a little too direct. Arlington won the first ball. The second ball falls kindly for North Stars. James Rowland down the line, can't connect. Will be an Arlington throw. Welcome to everyone in the chat and support. We got the critics here, cheering on Arlington to get some more goals in the second half and increase not only the points they would get today, but goal differential, obviously a factor as the season progresses. They'll want to keep pace with other top teams. Right now, Arlington, the lone perfect team on the season. Both VA Revolution and Dream shared points in their last matchup. This one's sent in and across. Adil Akash making the save. That is a world-class save from the young goalkeeper, not only to make the save, but to hold on with traffic in the area, and the 16-year-old continuing to play well for North Stars. No doubt we'll face some more shots, some more traffic in the second half. This is sent forward by James Rowland. Second ball taken down by Conte. And back across. Here's Giuseppe Melli. He's got time, he's got space. And he will connect up top with Malik Tom. Malik Tom taken down by Pacheco that time. And now North Stars can get bodies forward. Looks like it's Conte to deliver. Sent on the ground over to Jaga. Jaga rounding a man, but not finding any recipients on the final pass. Goal kick to come for North Stars, still playing down a goal. They will want to get forward, but have to be careful not to expose themselves. It's much of the same returning starting 11 for North Stars, but Victor Petrushevsky has made his way onto the pitch, replacing one of the North Stars players. I believe the player who went off was Yusuf Bekir. Arlington similarly using their starting lineup. Daniel Habtom, of course, he had to make his way off early in the match. Giuseppe Melli has played well since coming on. Here comes Arlington. Jackson will get it out to Melli. We're back to Jackson. Now inside. Jackson switching the point of attack over to Jaga, who comes under immediate pressure from Petrushevsky. Now Barona. Playing well with Jackson. What can Arlington find here? They're slow playing this. We'll find the feet of Giuseppe Melli. It's a good battle between Campos and Melli will run out of real estate there. It's a Campos throw. Campos looking forward in the direction of Amaya. Demands action, and Barona is the defender to come and make the clearance. This one's sent in. Down the line. And Wulu will drop it back to Jackson. Arlington confident playing this one on the ground in their own area, but will want to get forward. This is Barona scanning the field and sending a ball over to Melly. Arlington are forward now. This one's sent in behind. Goalkeeper off his line, does enough. Adil Atkash got there just in the nick of time. Now North Stars unable to keep possession, and it will be a throw on the far side. Chances continue to mount here for Arlington, but the back line of North Stars playing heroically, and Adil Atkash playing really well in goal. This is Fordyce sending it across for Tosta. Tosta looking vertical, will connect with Amaya now. It's well cut out by Giuseppe Melli. Melli back to General Jackson and inside. There's Barona. Over to Jaga, now Conte. And Jackson down the line, finding Melli. What can Arlington find? Still maintaining their possession. Here comes Jaga, scanning the field. He will float one over the top. Campos is there. We'll send this one back to his goalkeeper. That's a heads-up play from Campos, who's played very well thus far. He's a 90-minute type player who can get up and down the field and help out his teams in both phases. Good ball up into the wind. Barona is fouled there. And it looks like there's a card. Conte is deemed to be the guilty party. I didn't see this one as well as I thought I did. Let's take another look at the replay. It was well dealt with. Okay, that's certainly a push in the back from Conte, who pushed Fordyce into his own, another Arlington player. So certainly the right call. Conte going right into the back of Fordyce, pushing him into Barona. And to my first inclination, I thought it was going to be a foul against Fordyce, but I didn't see the push in the back, and that is why we're seeing this set piece in a central area and the yellow card for Conte. It's an opportunity for North Stars to engineer something here. Meanwhile, there's going to be activity on the sideline. It looks like Bermudez will make his way off. Alfaro stepping on to shore up the back line. Bermudez played heroically through the first half, but certainly had a lingering injury and a couple times had to get some action from the trainer, and no doubt that is a factor, probably the factor, which is why we're seeing the substitution. Meanwhile, Barnard and pleading his case to Jack Lashendock. Not sure if we're talking about the most recent foul or something else, but I think the crew has done well and then made another good call here. Catching one that I didn't even see in real time. Arlington will make a switch. It looks like Kershaw could be the player to come on, but at the next opportunity. Christian Kershaw stepping on and replacing Conte, who was pulled off after receiving that yellow card. It's a like-for-like switch in the midfield. Here's the service from Santos Pacheco on a line, sent straight up in the air. Goalkeeper will come and gets to the second ball. It's confident goalkeeping. Mert able to claim it, even with the sun and the wind whipping around. Dimina not getting the full clearance. Second ball sent away by Jake Tosta. Here comes Malik Tom into the midfield. It's cut out by Pacheco and forward. Here comes Amaya. Out to Petruszewski. And back along this midfield. This is one back. Kershaw will get his first touches on the ball and sends it to the feet of Barona. Here's Jackson. Now Kershaw. Great find from Kershaw on a great ball. Maddox looking for a service, gets to the end line, and really well defended there. And Roland does his part. Let's take a look at this replay. Great action from Maddox to the end line, almost finding the window for this square ball, instead running right into the tackle of James. Here comes another in-swinger. Arlington playing this one on the ground. The second delivery sent away at the nearest post. Now Ajmal Basudi, well tackled by Barnard. Shouts for handball. That did look a little fishy, but onwards we play. Campos sends one over the top. Goalkeeper off his line. That's Bert Marich. Able to get it away and start the Arlington attack. Now through. The flag is and will come up. We'll take another look at this decision. Arlington deemed to be behind the line here. Yep, it does look like the player took a position just behind this North Stars back line, and again our officiating crew able to sort it out with the narrow margins. DLA Kosh will send this one forward here in the 57th minute. Sent up into the wind. Arlington able to get the first ball partially away. Demina putting it right forward. And there was a foul somewhere off the ball. Will be an Arlington set piece up the pitch. Close to midfield, Kershaw will take. Oh, Kershaw touched the ball. I don't think he meant to. Amaya gets forward, and there is going to be a foul. Looks like Amaya and Kershaw got tangled up together. And that is a caution, a yellow card for Christian Kershaw. Nightmare moment for Kershaw, who did not mean to play that one. Immediately, Amaya was on top of it and seemed to get his feet tangled up with Kershaw. On first glance, it did look like Amaya just slipped, but I can't really tell whether there was contact or not. Regardless, it is going to be a set piece from maybe 27, maybe 30 yards out. 30 yards, good central area. With the wind whipping, this could cause problems should North Stars try to send this one on frame. Here comes the delivery from Fordyce. It's on target and pushed over by Mert Marich. Great strike from Fordyce. And Mert smartly playing it over. No need to try and catch this whipping ball, especially with the conditions as such. It's well dealt with. Take another look at this strike. Josh Fordyce did well to get it up over the wall and put some knuckle on it. Setting up this corner for Campos and North Stars. Meanwhile, Malik Tom will step off. Wasim Sassi will step on for Arlington. There's some fresh legs for the offensive firepower of Arlington. But first, they'll have to outlast this corner kick. Campos to send in the outswinger. It's on the ground, far too easy for Nick Barona to get to. Ooh, Arlington could be forward. Every North Stars player committed forward. But now it is sent back. Amaya applying pressure up top. Mert will send it over to Jaga. Now Kershaw. Now into the midfield. Barnard out wide. Oh, that's a sloppy piece of play, but Arlington. It looks like they made a touch on the ball, or at least that's the ruling we're getting. It will be a North Stars throw on the far side. Meanwhile, Arlington will make another switch at their next available opportunity. Idrissa Cisse getting warm here on the near side for Arlington. This one ping-pongs back and forth across the midline. Wasim Sassi picking it up and looking down the line. Well engineered from Sassi to get his team forward and win the throw. Still up for grabs. Here's Barnard. And inside. Go, sneaks it through. It's still up for grabs. Top of the 18. And the foul is going to go against Arlington there. That was one I think the referee could have allowed to continue to just play out, but certainly there was contact. Here we go. Fordyce out to Campos. Campos finds a great pass into Santos Pacheco. Barnard does well to get goal side. Now Pacheco's ball cut out by Jackson. Melly sends it back. And here is Kershaw. It's a negative pass back to Mert Maric. Will take his time, drawing in pressure. Possibly opening up space for Arlington. '62nd minute. Arlington still hungry for more goals. Of course, North Stars, they'll want to find an equalizer. Still have time to do it. That's a great challenge from Pacheco. And now North Stars will look down the line. The flag should come up, and it looks like it will. That is a good offsides decision. Amaya in behind the Arlington back line. Jaga will have the kick. And we'll send it across. Here's Jackson. Finding Melly. Now Barnard back to Melly again. This match certainly heating up. The longer it stays this close, Arlington need at least 1 or 2 goals to take the sting out of this game and destroy the fight that's left in North Stars. Now we will get that substitution that we saw coming. And Wulu making his way off. And Cisse will step on, the former Maryland Bobcat, looking to apply his trade, the veteran leadership and experience of Cisse valuable to this Arlington side. Here is very much in search of more goals. This is Demina sending it up to the pitch. Somehow the ball bounces, still up for grabs. Here's Amaya, has an overlapping run, will connect with Campos. Campos sends it back. Amaya sending it low and away. That was looking destined for the far post, but well blocked. And it looks like there's a player down for North Stars off the ball. It's Diami Demina. May need the trainer and may not be able to continue. North Stars do still have a defensive sub if they so choose. Carlos Vasquez waiting in the wings. Meanwhile, Arlington looked like they wanted to bring on Eric Jennings, but won't get to do so just yet. This is a great defensive intervention from Kershaw to see this and marshal it over the end line. Goal kick to come. We will see Jennings stepping on now. Jackson is off. Jaga connecting with Jennings. Petrusevsky making life difficult up top, but Arlington able to play through. Here we go. It's Martin Go seeing the pass he wants and sending it in again. Adil Akash off his line. The flag had come up. We'll see if we can catch that one. Onwards we play. North Stars quickly looking forward. That was certainly a close one. Would love to come back and look at it, but it looks like we're gonna get a set piece, a contentious moment. Amaya went down, but not sure what the contact was. We'll take another look at the replay. It was sent up. Amaya kind of just got tangled up with Barona. Maybe not the most contact, but that's how our center official saw it. I think that was more incidental than anything and not a ton of contact. Certainly one that we could have just seen play out, but it will be a set piece here in a central area. It's Campos and Pacheco standing over it. Pacheco sends it in, still there. Mert gets a touch to it. It's still in a great area. The shot taken and sent into the side netting. And that will be a goal kick, a nervy moment there for Arlington. And they have outlasted this spell of pressure. We'll take another look at the replay. Great intervention there from Mert, who felt this one going up, didn't have the time to get his foot behind the ball and just stuck up a big paw to keep it out from behind his own back. Arlington, meanwhile, will play out. Here comes Barona. We'll float one over the top. Tosta is there. Saw that one coming from a mile away. Second ball still dealt with. Now Campos looking forward. Right into Kershaw, who does well to get it off his feet quickly, and Jennings will retreat. Well, that's a poor pass out of the back. And our Stars can take over. Petrusevsky back to Fordyce. And now over to Tosta, and under immediate pressure. Tosta does well. Still going, loses out. And Arlington are forward, here we go. Demina is back to mop up. It's sent into the backside. It's Wasim Sassi. Must take this one on, and it's a golazo for Sassi with that preferred left foot. There was never any doubt. Once Sassi found that ball at the backside, you knew which way it was going to go. Adil Akash, no chance from a close range shot from Wasim Sassi. And it's 2-0. Let's take a look at this replay. Great ball over the top. North Stars a bit asleep on the backside. Needed someone there to take on Wasim Sassi. And there it is, the second goal for Arlington that they have been so hungry for. Now North Stars will have 2 goals to make up. They've played rather well today, but it's going to be tough for them to find not 1 but 2 goals here in the final 22 minutes, 21 minutes of play. Looks like this is going to be a North Stars throw. So sent in, there's Campos turning and losing out. Kershaw will settle this back to Barona. Plenty of time and space for an Arlington to work with here in the midfield. Now sent down the line. Fantastic ball. Oh, James, not the pass that he would have liked. Here comes Chris Barnard. Barnard initially tackled by Pacheco, but Arlington able to pick up the scraps. It's sent in, falls to the top of the 18, and away by Fordyce. This is Basuti. Oh, another poor pass out. Arlington, can they make them pay? It's Wasim Sassi out wide. It's Melly now. Keeping it on the ground for his colleague, Wasim Sassi. Lovely bit of skill. Sassi will give chase. And just about keeps it alive. Sassi sending it back to Melly, and the challenge is made there from Jake Tosta. Well, we will have another switch for Arlington. Looks like Duncan Dunkwu is one player to step on. Machado is the other. It looks like Dunkwu will come on for Martin Go up top. And Melly is the other player to come off in favor of Machado. Meanwhile, for North Star's next sub, we will see Carlos Vasquez stepping on to shore up this back line. Our Stars sorting themselves out. Here comes the long for delivery from Kershaw. Into the 18. Goalkeeper rising above everyone and making the save. Violet Cash will play it short. And here come the North Stars. It's Alfaro lifting one up top. Dunkwu using his body to turn upfield. Almost connecting with Barnard. There's Basuti taking it out of the air, working against Kershaw. Second ball contested and won by Alfaro. Now it's Dunkwu. He's got a runner to his left. It's Wasim Sassi. Sassi inside the 18 will send it across. Barnard had his pocket picked. Now it's flicked outside by Amaya. Jaga is there. Here's Pacheco. A lot of blue shirts there. Cisse makes the challenge. Now it's back for Maddox. Over the top from Barona. Far too direct that time. And Adil Kash will collect. Good turn from Ajmal Basuti. And Alfaro looking down the line in the direction of Campos. Barona is there, but this one trickles safely out for an Arlington throw. Onwards we drift into the 74th minute. Arlington with a comfortable 2-0 lead. Arlington knocking this one around. Here's Jennings out for Jaga. Now Idrissa Cisse with time and space to work into. He'll connect on that far side with Machado. Here comes Cisse. Cisse goes down. A late challenge. And it will be an opportunity for Arlington to send one towards the 18. There is that yellow card. The caution is made. Lash and Doc doing a good job to come check on the player first and then adjudicate where responsible. Comes the service. It's sent low. Oh, Josh Fordyce was there to take away what would have been a dangerous service into the North Stars box. And now a corner kick for Arlington. And an opportunity to go up to 3. Here's a look at that replay of the service. Sent in by Machado. Now Barnard will take. Service sent into a good area. Good intervention again from Fordyce. Shot towards goal and wide. Not a bad effort from distance. And it will be a goal kick to come. Deal looking upfield. This one travels all the way up to Amaya. Arlington have sniffed it out. There's Machado running into trouble. Second ball picked up well by Petruszewski. And there's a challenge. The guilty party is Machado. And North Stars will have an opportunity of their own to send one inside Arlington's box. And here we go. North Stars keeping this one on the ground instead of sending it forward. They relish their possession and want to find a way to build something and score from open play. There's Fordyce down the line. His ball does not connect. Excuse me, Fordyce was the target. Tosta, or rather James, was the deliverer. North Stars will make another switch. And here we go. It's a throw on the far side for Arlington. Sent in and back. Here's Pacheco. Petruszewski sends it back. Pacheco in the midfield. He'll have to send it all the way back. Demina will claim it. No, Alfaro. North Stars playing well right now. This is a reverse pass. And Demina, ooh, he'll find himself under pressure. Arlington taking their time. They'll get bodies into the box, and this time they will utilize the long throw of Kershaw. Here comes the delivery, sent into the 18. There it is, a golazo for Arlington. The goal scorer, I believe, is in Wulu. Let's take another look at this replay. The third goal, another convincing service from Kershaw, bowled over the line with confidence. That's Peter Maddox scoring the goal and earning the third for Arlington. That is game, set, match in all likelihood, although never say never in the world of sports. But only 11 minutes left, and Arlington leading by a score of 3-0. Here comes Fordyce, slipping through the first line, finding Campos. Now sent back. Here's Ejmal. Basudi needs to release this one. It's one back. Here's Duncan Dunkwu. Rounding the first man, slipping through yet again. This one well marshaled all the way back to Adil Kash. He will send it right down the line. And Cisse will happily pick this one up. And Arlington moving this one over into space. And in behind, Dunkwu deemed to be onside. Is there a square ball? Dunkwu sends it across. Great area. Still not fully cleared. Here's Pacheco. And the offside flag has gone. There's Campos. Again, Campos has played really well today for North Stars, albeit in a losing effort, but he's been a bright spot. Here's Pacheco. Asmel Basudi out to Alfaro. Now down the line, what can Campos find? It's Alfaro inside. Good ball movement. Fordyce out to Pacheco. Now it's Fordyce. Excuse me, that is Tosta. North Stars putting all the cards on the table now. They're down the 3 goals. Can just commit bodies forward without fear, and that is repossessed by Arlington. It's a player down for North Stars. And it looks like we'll play on. Petroshevsky back on his feet. Vasquez able to get there. Here comes Cisse. Running into trouble. Pacheco has won it back. Here's Alfaro. Now Campos. And back. Fordyce trying to make things happen. We'll send it up top. Good possession from North Stars, but the question has to be asked, to what end? I haven't really found a penetrating piece of play to put them in on goal in quite some time. Here is Campos. Sending it back to Domina. And Vasquez again to Domina. The pressure is on for Arlington. Still trying to draw in that pressure and open up space. This one is sent down the line, and Arlington happy to possess in their own area. Take some more time off the clock. This is Jennings lifting one across. Well taken down by Peter Maddox. And back. Jennings into the feet of Nick Barona. Good ball movement. Barona finding Kershaw quickly. Cisse running right into Alfaro. We'll send it in quickly. Now into the corner. It's Machado taking on the shot. Oh, the shot is saved, but it's parried only into the waiting feet of Wasim Sassi, who picks up his second. A brace for Wasim Sassi, and that is 4-0. Arlington sailing forward now. The scoreline we might have expected from this club that's very much in form. This was engineered by Machado, who takes the strike on. Tough break for Adil Kash, who's played well today. He made the save, but couldn't quite keep it out. And 4-0 is the scoreline. There's questions about an offside. The center official and the AR had a conference and decided no offside was present. And so we will count this goal. 4-0 is the score. There we go. Back to Domina. Now Vasquez. Ooh. North Stars in shambles at the back. Arlington all too happy to repossess. Barnard not able to make them pay that time. Here comes Petruszewski. Now Maddox back. This is Kershaw. CSA will lift this one up and over the back line. It's taken down well by Maddox. Still going, runs into Demina. We will come back to check on the down player. Could be a head injury. And certainly a contentious moment. Let's take a look at the replay. This is well taken down by Maddox. And certainly a moment for our center official to deal with. It looks like Demina did not get any of the ball. Those two colliding. Oh. And I don't believe we're going to see a kick for Arlington. It looks like it's just coming out as a drop ball, so perhaps a missed one, but onwards we play. Sent into the midfield. Well cut out by Kershaw. Now Ajmal Basudi. Fordyce can't get it past. And it looks like it took a touch off our center official, so a drop ball for the North Stars. Here's Barona down the line, not quite connecting with Sassi. Barnard is back. We'll play it out in the direction of Maddox. Still up for grabs. Here's Barnard going into a challenge with Vasquez. Oh no, Maddox has lost it. And will work back, playing a good challenge there to help out his side in damage control mode, Peter Maddox. There's Pacheco. Now Campos quickly tackled, but did well to keep the ball himself. Now Fordyce. Sending it over to Campos. There's still a player down for North Stars. Onwards we play. 2 players down. Petruszewski will send it back. It's down the line. 88th minute. What can the North Stars find? Here's Fordyce. And at long last, we will come back and check on the down North Stars player. It looks like it's a player who will need a substitution. Summonus here is the player to come on. This match in its final stages. We thank you so much for joining us here on DMV Sports Media, live on YouTube, and our coverage of the UPSL DMV South Premier. We hope that you will continue to join us and subscribe to the channel in order to see more. We do have one more UPSL DMV South matchup on the night at 8 p.m. We will have Virginia Dream hosting Alexandria United over from Meridian High School Stadium. We'll have that call for you later tonight, but for now we have final stages of this UPSL South matchup. Arlington looking to close the door and finish this one out. A strong performance for the home side, who remain perfect in their contest. They will remain atop the table. We mentioned no other side has been perfect thus far, but let's hold that thought for a minute. North Stars winning it back by way of Santos Pacheco. Here's Osama Nasir looking to the corner, not able to get it where he wanted it. Now Arlington will play out. It's sent back to Jaga. Now Jennings, we are into stoppage time here. Certainly will be some stoppage. Multiple injuries and stoppages on the day. Campos sending it inside. Here's Alfaro looking for the return pass. Alfaro over to Ajmal. Now Fordyce's ball outside. It's a tough one to handle. And still North Stars playing. Good battle, finally sent back. Jennings will send it right back to the midfield. Well chested down by Barnard. Not long left in this one. Arlington have bodies forward. It's sent into the corner for Machado. Can he send it across? Will take the strike on himself. It's well saved this time from Adil Kash. And right back down the field. This is Fordyce, now Basudi. Now sent back from Drew Cisse. Second minute now. It's a good ball through. Still Arlington looking for more. It's Peter Maddox down the line. We'll send it across his own 18. Cisse is there. We'll keep it going over to the far side. Machado hungry for action, but plays the smart ball back. Ooh, that one misses out. Kershaw has to work back. Here comes Osama Nasir. And Arlington back on the ball. Jennings taking some time to allow time to elapse off the clock. Here's Mert Marich getting the back pass and tagging in Eric Jennings. This is a victory lap for Arlington, still getting their touches, but very much in control of this game. The wind very much mounting. Good timing for the end stages of this match. Arlington will try another attack forward. It's well cut out by Vasquez. Now a second chance. It's sent down the line. And that's certainly a foul going against Barnard. And Barnard finally will pick up that yellow card. The caution or challenge through the back of Demina. I think that one more of an accumulation than anything else. That certainly was not a yellow card worthy challenge in and of itself, but there were some contentious moments from the first half. At least that's my interpretation of why there would be a yellow card there. Thanks again to all of our supporters for tuning in, supporting us here on DMV Sports Media Live on YouTube, and of course for supporting your Arlington SA. I hope you'll join us for our next match on the day. Thank you to Arlington for having us out, allowing us to stream today. This one's sent across by Wasim Sassi. Travels past everyone, second bite at the apple, and that is the final whistle. Arlington victorious by resounding margins. 4-0 is the final scoreline. It was a good fight through a large portion of the game, but Arlington always seemed the better side. The more prepared, the deeper side, and the more talented, but did see moments of brilliance from North Stars. It's a long season left for both these sides, and we hope to see much, much more. We thank you again for joining us. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed what you saw, and subscribe to the channel for more. We hope to see you on for our next match here of the UPSL DMV South at 8 p.m. Virginia Dream and Alexandria United. We will see you there. Don't forget to support Arlington all summer long with UPSL and WPS action once the women's get started in late May. We'll see you there here on DMV Sports Media. I'm Noah Walker signing off. Have a good day.